As a marketeer, knowing our data is key to everything. That's why so many marketeers are very excited about the reporting capabilities of marketing automation software. And in today's video, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the reporting functionalities in marketing automation packages ActiveCampaign, Hubspot, and Oracle Eloqua. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey everyone, my name is Bob and I am the Marketing MacGyver. If you like what you see in this video, don't forget to leave a like. And if you want to know everything about marketing automation and marketing in general, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and you'll be the first to hear when a new video comes out. If you have a question, post it in the comments or send it to me in a direct message. I will always reply to those. And the topic of today's video is reporting in marketing automation. Of course, as a modern digital marketeer, it is massively important to know your numbers. It helps you determine what works well, what needs some extra attention, and what to put your money in for the best results. And fortunately, nowadays we have a whole host of tools, marketing automation among them, to give us that data. And one trap that a lot of marketeers step in is that they expect the tool to measure everything and somehow magically know exactly what it is that they are looking for. Unfortunately, that is almost never the case. While tools like marketing automation certainly measure a lot of different things, it is up to you as the marketeer to determine which numbers are important for you and drive your marketing performance. That said, reporting tools have come a long way, and today's marketing automation packages make it really easy for you to focus on that data that is important to you. And in this video, I want to give you a quick look at some of the tools and show you how they do that. We're going to take a look at the various reporting tools in ActiveCampaign, Hubspot, and Oracle Eloqua. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Alright, so we are looking at ActiveCampaign's reporting section. And ActiveCampaign has a nice selection of reports. The first one is campaign reports, which are the emails that you send, which are called campaigns in ActiveCampaign. Automation, of course, which are the automations that we've looked at in the previous video. Goal reports, contact reports, which just tells you some stuff about your database. Deal reports, which relates mostly to ActiveCampaign's CRM part. Conversations reports, which is about the chatbot option that ActiveCampaign has. Marketing revenue, which will show you reports about how your e-commerce connection with ActiveCampaign is performing. And a field breakdown report, which tells you a little bit about the data that you have about your contacts. So when we're looking at campaign reports, what we have here is an overview of emails, and it's just telling you the basic stuff, like it shows you a preview of the email. It'll tell you the subject line, obviously how many sends were there, the opens and the click-throughs. And then when we drill down deeper, we actually get this complete table of all the information on the emails that we've sent, where we see these things that we would expect, like the sends, the opens, the clicks, obviously, but also the unsubscribes, the bounces, and the ratios of each of these statistics. And then we can zoom in on an email just by clicking on it. And we get the expected statistics, like when did most of the opens occur, and we see some of the activity summaries down here at the bottom. And when we go to the left, we can zoom in on each statistic a little bit more. We can see the message that we've sent. We can see some statistics about opens and reads. Same for the clicks. We can see where in the world most of our opens occurred. Mine are all in the Netherlands, obviously. We can see statistics about unsubscribes and which email clients people used. And then for automation, the reports are pretty much the same. You see an overview of all the automations that you have, the amount of contacts in it right now, and the percentage of these contacts that have actually interacted with any of the messages that you've sent inside the automation. I can again zoom in on one of the automations and see interaction summaries on the bottom here, as well as an overview of how many opens and clicks we've had. And then contact reports will show you things like contact trends, how much growth have you experienced in your contact database over the last few days. My account is currently inactive, so that's why it's flatlining. But you can see things like contact growth and how much per day, and then how many unsubscribed contacts you've got. Then one other notable feature is the marketing revenue report. This is as close to a closed loop report that ActiveCampaign actually gets. Now, I don't have a connection to an e-commerce store, but as you can see, this report shows the total revenue of your campaigns and your automation emails generated from your connected e-commerce stores in the 7 days after they were sent. So you would, if you had that connection, you would be able to see here your total store revenue from automations and from campaigns individually. So this is a nice way to keep track of what your marketing efforts actually earn you. And then lastly, the field breakdown report shows you the amount of contacts in your database with a particular value for a field that you can select. And this is actually a fairly useful report because in this case, for example, I'm looking at my UTM source. So this tells me the amount of contacts in my database that were created with a particular UTM source. So this tells me a little bit about where do people come from when they enter my database. So in this case, I have 33% of visitors came from Facebook when they were created in my contact database. That's some useful information right there. Now, all in all, you can see that ActiveCampaign's total amount of reports is fairly small and it's fairly limited as well. You can't really customize any of these reports. It just tells you the fairly standard data. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but this is one of those areas that marketing automation systems can really differ from one another. As we'll see in the next system, HubSpot. So now we're looking at HubSpot, which is one of the bigger marketing automation systems out there and also one of the more well-known ones. And HubSpot's reporting system is split into two areas. The first is dashboards and the second one is reports. And the distinction is simple. You create reports and then you put those on dashboards. And the cool thing about HubSpot is you can create these dashboards yourself. So now we're looking at a demo dashboard that I quickly created, and I can just drag and drop these reports around to customize the dashboard entirely to my liking. I can increase the size of these or place them in different locations, and I can control the data that is displayed on each of these reports by setting things like a rolling date range or a contact filter. This already makes HubSpot's reporting tool much more powerful than, for example, ActiveCampaign, but the fun doesn't stop there. HubSpot comes with a whole host of pre-created reports that I can choose from, or I can choose to create my own. I can choose to report on single objects such as contacts or cross objects such as contact and deals, deals and products, or contacts and companies. Let's create a quick single object report to show you how that works. The first step in building one of these reports is to select the data that I want to see. I can select any of the contact properties from my database, and then I can apply filters across the entire data set. Initially, my selected data will only appear as a table, but I can choose to visualize it in a specific way. For example, I can create a bar chart simply by dropping the properties that I want to display into this little area. And if I wanted a different graphical representation, it's as simple as clicking on the button. I can even select the color I want to display the report in. I can then save and add it to the dashboard. And there we have it, my freshly created report. Now, HubSpot's reporting tool is great because it allows you to create your own reports and dashboards, but there are still some things that it could improve on. For example, while I can report on contacts, companies, and a host of other objects, I cannot report on specific form, email, or landing page performance. And the last system we'll be looking at is Oracle Eloqua. Like the others, Eloqua has a selection of standard dashboards that you can look at. The selection is quite small, there's only 11 of them at the moment, but these dashboards have been a fairly recent addition to Oracle Eloqua's offering, and they're constantly adding more to them. Just like in the other systems, these dashboards provide a summarized overview of the performance of your marketing assets. Again, we are looking at a fairly empty instance, so I don't have any data to show you, unfortunately. But the titles of each of these sections should give you some idea of what you would usually see here. One of Eloqua's most powerful dashboard is the closed loop reporting dashboard. Once properly set up, this dashboard will show you exactly how much each of your campaigns has earned you in possible revenue as well as actual revenue. And this gives you some critical information that you can use to determine which marketing actions to take next. But a fair warning in advance, this report doesn't just work out of the box. It requires quite some setup and integration with your CRM system to make sure you get the right values for the open, won, and lost statistics. But once you do have that information, this is one of the most powerful reports that you can have in your marketing arsenal. Next to Eloqua's standard dashboards, you also have the option to go into what's known as Insight. Insight is the tool that you use to create custom Eloqua reports, and it's powered by Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition, or BIEE for short. Now, another fair warning, while you can create pretty much any report that you can imagine with this tool, it is a fairly complex process. You really need to know what you are looking for, and it helps if you know a little bit about business intelligence in general. And Insight's archaic interface doesn't really help either. There are some standard reports in Eloqua down here in the catalog. They are divided across some categories, and these are actually used to fuel the dashboards that we saw earlier. As you can see, we have a selection of reports here, and each of these can be run with a specific prompt to show only results from a specific time frame, or in case of an email, a form, or a landing page, only the results of a specific asset. Now, most of these reports require some effort to create, and they will render as a visually unimpressive table. So if you want to check in on your daily marketing performance, you're probably better off sticking to Eloqua's standard dashboards. But if you have some BI resources available to you and a healthy dose of patience for Eloqua's sometimes very archaic and frustrating UI, Eloqua's Insights section lets you create some really insightful reporting. As you can see, the flexibility and complexity of reporting tools in the different marketing automation packages varies greatly. I want to stress again that it is very important that you know the data that you are looking for before you expect your marketing automation tool to give you the magic number to tell you if your performance is good or not. I have some additional videos that help you understand the data that is collected by marketing automation, as well as determine what data to look out for to measure your performance. You can watch them through the info cards on the screen right now or by following the link in the description below. For now, that's all there is to this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you took away something of value from it. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date on all things marketing automation and marketing in general, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.